late.
It was always full.
Siempre estaba lleno de gente.
On Saturdays, the bottles we bought for because you can't buy alcohol
Botellas, se
that
podía
time,
comprar alcohol en
and the
aquella
bottles
época,
sometimes run
y a veces aquí
under.
caían por aquí las botellas.
They told me
But
Bresson made more money in Helsinki
Bresson
than
había ganado
Paris
más dinero.
Yeah,
by that time.
even Godard had more spectators in Helsinki than
incluso
in
también Godard
Paris.
también, o sea, tuvo más éxito allí en Helsinki que en París.
What do you ask?
We used to love cinema in that time.
En aquel momento
As
solíamos
we still would
estar muy
if cinema would
aficionados.
exist.
Y yo también lo haría, o sea, si el cine existiese también me gustaría.
¿Puede hablarnos del Festival del Sol de Medianoche, cómo nació?
Could you talk about the sun
The cinema does exist still,
festival?
like in Fatih Akim's film The Cut.
Como en la película de Fatima Kim, o sea, existía de esta manera.
And like Chinchama's film, Only Lovers Left Alive.
En la película de Únicamente los amantes están vivos.
And Petzold's film, Phoenix.
Y Fénix también.
And Dardenne Brothers, all the films.
Y todas las películas de los hermanos Dardenne.
And many others.
Y muchos más.
But only place where it doesn't exist anymore is called Hollywood.
Pero o sea, esto ya no existe, ahora lo que hay es Hollywood.
¿Usted por qué rechazó la candidatura a los Oscars?
Why did you reject the nomination for the Oscars?
Because
Turn it down.
I knew that 2 weeks later they will attack Iraq, which had nothing to do with the double towers.
Iban a atacar a Irak 2 semanas más tarde.
I refused because of the oil.
O sea, por culpa del petróleo.
Bonjour, Monsieur Kaurismäki. Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué hace cine?
My question is, why do you make movies?
I don't.
No hago películas.
¿No va a hacer más películas?
You're not going to shoot more movies?
I have retired until the next one.
Me he retirado hasta la próxima película.
I don't. Since it was the only honest profession, only dishonest because I'm no worker. I never could work until I left the construction business.
Nunca trabajé bien, o sea, hasta cuando tuve que dejar, o sea, el sector de la construcción.
And it was the only dishonest work which meant I don't have to work was cinema.
Y el único sitio, el único oficio decente donde no tenía que trabajar era el cine.
Pretending was enough.
O sea que hacer ver, disimular era suficiente.
So, but even for that I was too lazy.
Pero incluso para esto era demasiado perezoso.
In many of your early films, Calamari, also Shadows, Ariel, characters at the end go to another country, to like Promised Land. But in Le Havre, Idrissa comes to the Promised Land at the beginning of the film. Why
Yeah, I wish
change?
him luck.
Le deseo suerte.
We are asking this because now in Portugal, Spain, Italy, many people from our generation are migrating, going to richer countries, no? So at the end, you let Idrissa go to the mother, no, to London. Is that irony or?
No, it's no irony. It's a fact.
Ironía, es un hecho.
Most of the people who come to Europe through this misery called Mediterranean.
Viene por el Mediterráneo, por esta miseria.
There's a good line in Le Havre which says that there are more passports in Mediterranean than fish.
En el Mediterráneo hay más pasaportes que peces.
Because if you have a passport,
Porque si se tiene un pasaporte,
you are sent back.
lo que hace
So
la gente es
people
los rechazan.
throw their passports or identification to the sea.
Echa al mar, o sea, su pasaporte o todo tipo de carnet de identidad.
But why insist in the happy ending?
Because
Happy ending.
the dream the rumor in Africa for the people who try to go to Europe, which is so-called dreamland, which for us Europeans who know better is not a dreamland.
O sea, porque es una tierra soñada, o sea, para los africanos que oyen esto en África es como ir a un Eldorado, ¿no? Nosotros los europeos sí que sabemos que esto
Reinos Unidos, England is some kind of dreamland of Europe. So if you get your feet in there, you are somehow
cuando se llega o sea,
saved,
a estos países ya
saved unemployed
aunque no se
bastard.
tenga trabajo, o sea, es un bastardo.
You are nobody anywhere in Europe, and I wanted to make a film which somehow gives illusions and breaks the illusions.
Quería hacer una película que diese las ilusiones, pero que al mismo tiempo rompiese las ilusiones.
And I was somehow highly criticized when the African people in the container were such nice people. In the screenplay, there was 20 dead and half suffocated and almost everybody was dead and raggedy and lousy.
Había esa cantidad de gente muerta en el guión y herida, o sea, gente abandonada.
And it was my own screenplay.
Y era mi guión, o sea, el guión que yo hice.
And in the last moment I understood why don't I show them as proud they come.
O sea,
If they leave to Europe,
y después, o sea,
they
después
dress
aquí, vi, o sea,
at their best
vi, o sea,
and
que
they go
venían
for
en
the
ropa
future.
Y iban vestidos, o sea, con lo mejor que tenían y de esta manera se dirigían al futuro.
And they're expecting some respect,
Y lo que esperan es un tipo de respeto.
but Europe can't offer shit for anybody.
Pero, o sea, Europa, o sea, no puede ofrecer esto a nadie.
Partly because our governments are based on lousy bastards.
Sobre todo porque nuestros gobiernos, o sea, tienen a unos hijos de puta,
And it's based on Das Kapital.
y todo está basado en el capital.
And we have no human interest for any human being
Y no tenemos
because
ningún
we are
interés
the
humano
slaves of
por
the
el
same
ser humano, porque
called
somos
Las
esclavos,
Capital.
Somos esclavos del capital.
So do you feel very pessimist about the future of the humanity and Europe?
If you listen to me, you can hear that I'm an optimist.
O sea, si te pierdes en la niebla, puedes
Mankind has no future.
oír, o sea, que soy un optimista. O sea, la humanidad no tiene futuro.
We are the alliance.
O sea, nosotros somos una alianza, una unión.
Now the NASA is heading for Mars
Ahora, o sea, la NASA o sea, se dirige a Marte,
to destroy that also.
también para destruir Marte.
¿Por qué en Un hombre sin pasado es la única película donde su protagonista muere?
A Man Without a Past, it's the only film with a character who dies at the end of the film.
What?
In A Man Without a Past, ¿se llama así la película? A Man Without a Past. It's the only film when there is a character who dies at the end of the movie.
He
Un
don't.
hombre sin pasado es.
He don't die.
Well, so this is the title here in Spain. Un hombre sin pasado.
But he don't die
He
in
doesn't
the
die. I think he thinks about Lights in the Dusk, when you
No, Lights in the Dusk.
kill and he's also alive, the
But-
two endings.
Yeah, but
In Hombre sin pasado, he doesn't
Yeah, but-
die. The character doesn't die.
no, in the Latin Dusk, it's up to the audience to decide.
No, en Lights in the Dusk es el público el que tiene que decidir.
In my opinion, he doesn't.
Yo creo
It's the
que
beginning
no.
of
O sea,
love.
esto es el principio del amor.
I shot two versions and I mixed them in
O sea,
the.
tenía dos versiones
So I
y
don't
las
know if he
mezclé.
died. In my opinion, he lived.
Yo creo que vivió.
¿Qué le haría volver a hacer cine y escribir un guión?
What would you make have a new movie, a new script for a movie? What would be the cause of you having a new movie?
I would have Europe with forests.
With
Forests.
Europa con bosques
And rabbits around.
y conejos por todas partes.
Now that you speak
So
about
this would have you have a new film.
This would be my dream.
Este sería su sueño.
And rabbits and Werner Herzog together.
Conejos.
Y Werner Herzog, ¿no? Ha dicho, ¿no?
now that you speak about rabbits and
And with Herzog, there wouldn't be too many rabbits after 10 years.
Después de 10 años no quedaría muchos conejos.
ending of Strozek, Herzog film, there's rabbit machine.
Strozek was more or less a rabbit in a way.
Entonces más o menos era un conejo el mismo.
Now that you talk about rabbits, forest, and we are laughing,
Y ahora estamos riendo, o sea,
we are very interested about how you shape the humor and the gag. Like, for example, Leningrad Cowboys, you use slapstick gag like Buster Keaton, put all Leningrads in the same car, in the same van. A lot of people inside the van. How do you decide these things when shooting?
First of all, I need a big car.
necesito un coche grande primero.
And this is a fact, because I had a smaller car.
Porque tenía un
And
coche
then,
más pequeño.
it was too small. They
Era
couldn't go
demasiado
in.
pequeño.
So I got a bigger limousine in Harlem, New York.
Tuve que coger una limusina más
It was
grande.
very funny. I bought the car and then
Compré un coche.
I wanted to get out of. It was 80s. Harlem was
En
still
los
a
años 80.
kind of a dangerous place. And then I bought the car and then the
Compré un coche.
policeman came to me. You white boy, you should get out of here now. It's getting dark.
Eres blanco, o sea,
And the police left.
y tendrías que...
And then I was there alone in Harlem.
Y yo estaba solo en Harlem.
And no taxis, no
No
white.
había taxis, no había,
I was the
no había
only pale
blancos.
guy in this
Yo era
area.
La única cara pálida.
But
El único
somehow,
rostro pálido en aquella área.
and then I found a bar,
Y después encontré un bar.
and one of the black guys drove me out of
Uno de los
the
negros
horror.
me hizo salir de aquel horror.
I was not afraid, and neither
tenía
was
miedo.
anybody else. But the policeman got me frightened.
Pero sí, es el policía el que me asustó.
Which is the favorite film of your filmography?
Last Door by Buñuel. Of my film,
Yes, for your filmography.
Fotografía antes Buñuel.
they're all more or less lousy.
Más o menos son todas mediocres.
I can't see any difference there.
No veo ninguna diferencia.
They're all made by a mediocre.
Están todas estas películas, mis películas han sido hechas por un mediocre.
Maybe Tatiana.
A lo mejor Tatiana
It's more relaxed.
es más relajada.
You use music instead of dialogues many times in your films to express feelings, no? Not to use dialogue.
Any music is better than my dialogue.
O sea, cualquier música es mejor que mi diálogo.
But how do you choose this music? When do you choose it? For instance, Drifting Clouds, first sentence of the movie, the pianist playing is wrap the world in happy paper. How do you choose the songs for the film?
The play was the boyfriend of my sister.
O sea, era
Oh, the musician.
el novio de mi hermana, el músico.
I want to meet him
Y yo quería conocerlo.
because I take care of my sister. The only way to meet him was
La única
to
manera de
invite him to
conocerle
play.
era invitarle a que tocase. Yo quería conocerle.
But you put him in the beginning of the movie, no?
Of course, he was a good player.
Sí, tocaba bien.
Still is.